imagine now we're standing at 3,000 unidentified bodies. Right. It's only September. End of it, actually, it's going to be October next week. What happens when it comes December time? Right?
The Groundbreakers, where facts meet fearless conversations, because we amplifying voices and empowering lives.
You're locked on to the coolest station in
Pretoria.
Cause we play this.
Cause I love it when you shine.
Yeah, that's us.
Are you a recent graduate or know somebody who is navigating the job market maze? Are you looking for that perfect job opportunity to kickstart your career? Well, look no further, because TTFM 96.2 has got you covered. Introducing Plug a Graduate show, debuting on April 10th at 7:30 on the Groundbreakers. Join us every Wednesday evening for 1 hour of career-changing insights and opportunities, from interviews with successful alumni to spotlight on industry leaders and recruitment agencies. Plug a Graduate is your one-stop destination for all things career-related, added with practical skills, invaluable advice, and real-time job opportunities. You won't want to miss a single episode. Tune in live on TTFM 96.2 or the TTFM website and the online streaming platform. Don't just dream about your future, make it happen with Plug a Graduate Show. Join the movement and unlock the door to your professional success.
The Groundbreakers, Mondays to Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. on TUTFM.
20 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock, and we're definitely back. I took a quick break to get a glass of water, and please let me remind you that we're having problems with Facebook. Not us. Mark Zuckerberg is there in the USA enjoying some, I don't know if he's in the December spirit, is not handling issues, but we are live on YouTube Live. And remember, once again, our social media handles are Instagram at TUTFM_962, Facebook TUTFM 96.2, X at Twitter, well, X formerly known as Twitter, as at TUTFM_962. LinkedIn, we are TUTFM 962. And definitely we are still with Clifford Mortimer. Definitely Mortimer. Alicia, please do look at that from the computer management and integrated technology. And now, before we get to some of the questions that we have, let's speak about your company.
Yes.
Where it comes from, what inspired, how is it pushing, all the details. Now I'm giving you this platform to speak about that.
So the company in short is called CMIT.
CMIT.
So our website is also www.cmit.co.za. I started in my bedroom. Mm-hmm. So like I said, I enjoyed IT, fixed the PC, and then started helping customers. Or where I was actually working, I was helping them.
Yeah.
Then eventually, when I think I was 21, I left and I started my own business with two other people. It lasted about 2 years. Mm-hmm. We weren't making enough money. We were new to the industry. We didn't understand everything. We were trying to learn, so it failed. I then got another job, and then I think when I was 27, I started again, and I've been going for 15 years now. Yeah, so now the company's been going 15 years.
And breaking it down, what does it deal with for someone who might not know or understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our company originally started doing maintenance contracts and service. We now have branched out into so many different things. We do CCTV, we do solar.
They should close that one.
I think that he's going to attack me. Yeah, we do CCTV, we do solar, we do service, we do websites, we do anything that has an internet connection, we do.
Anything that has internet
we can
connection.
help with programming. We have opportunities for youngsters nowadays, so we do internships as well.
Yeah.
We've even partnership with Tabo Era.
Yeah.
I met him about a year ago, I think. Yeah, so shout out to Tabo Era and Tabo, the owner. I met him about a year ago. We started trying to do business together. We became friends.
Yeah.
And since then, we've just grown and grown and grown. We've got a lot of projects going. We've got...
You spoke about opportunities. I wanted you to break down some of the opportunities that are there so that if there are final year students that are listening in might know that they have a chance within the company and that the chance, this opportunity must be this and this and that.
Yes. So we are in Alberton and Fourways at the moment.
Yeah.
There's also, like I said, there is Tabo Era. So the reason I talk about them as well is we have a lot of partnerships together.
True, yeah.
And we bounce off each other a lot. So even for him, I'm sure he does internships as well, where students can come in, they can learn. So what will happen is somebody will apply for it.
Oh, yeah.
And then depending on what field they want to be in, we can take them, we teach them, we train them, we give them study materials, and we do the best we can so that when they leave us, either they can stay with us, we also give an opportunity for them to stay with us, or when they leave us, they then can find a job somewhere else.
And then what are the requirements to get in, requirements for the internship or learnerships that are there?
For our company, we don't really have requirements. You come for the interview, we see you as a person, and from there, because I believe you can teach a person, but you cannot, I don't know what the right word is now. If somebody is not willing, they will never learn. So when a person comes in, if he's a good person, if he's a good talker, if he's a people's person, you can help him to better his life.
True. And now we were speaking about portfolios. Then it brings me to this question to now, having established the significance of building a portfolio, like you said, I suppose that the why part has been answered. Now let's look at when and how. And now when students usually should, like when students are expected to start building their portfolios, and are there any specific tools or software they can use to build those portfolios?
So the only tools I really use or know of is Word. So if you go to Word, you can pull it up there for a profile or a resume. Everything is already there for you. All you have to do is fill in your information. Yeah. So it's not difficult. You don't have to go to these websites and pay them to do it for you.
Yeah.
You might need to just ask a parent or a mentor or somebody else just to help you to word it right. That's the biggest thing, because the words make a huge difference.
True. And now, I was looking at templates. There's that app we use. I forgot what is it called, but we're making our resumes with it. And they're bringing a lot of templates that you need to choose from. Like, does it matter what template you're using, or?
For me personally, not too much. But also Word has different templates in it. You want to still have something that looks decent. You don't want to have a Word document that just says, my name is Tandi, 20, I do this, I do that, and it's just all in one line. So it does need to be spaced out. It needs to look nice. And I wouldn't even say a photo is necessary to have, because at the end of the day, you're looking for the right person. Because it's not always about what they look like.
Yeah, because I was seeing those templates, they have to says put in your image and all of that. You have to put a tie if you have to, that you look presentable.
I would recommend, if you are putting a picture, definitely look presentable.
Definitely, right?
Yeah, don't pout your lips like you're doing an old KFC ad or
definitely. You spoke about mentorship, right?
Yes.
Before I take this question, then let's take the importance of mentorship.
Yes.
How important is that?
So I'm 43 and I still have a mentor. So I have somebody that I can phone. His name's Clifford Blackburn. I phone him if I need anything. And he will mentor me.
Definitely.
So I do have to mention his name, because he's become a really good friend, and he's helped me through tough times, through the good times. He's just been there for me all the time.
True.
And that mentor makes such a difference in a person's life.
And now when we're looking at networking, the role it plays in opening doors cannot be overstated. Talk to us about the role it played in your professional development.
So how did that first part again?
Networking, the role of networking in opening doors.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to understand the role it played.
One of the most important things is to network. Like I said, with Tabo and myself, so CMIT and Tabo Era, that has opened, I think, doors for both of us in many ways, without a doubt. The more you network, the more you build a community. And when you become friends with that community, it builds bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why you always have to be respectful, you have to be kind, you have to be willing to go the extra mile to get to where you want to go. So yes, you have to build networks. You have to speak to people. Never be shy to go to a business and say, hi, do you have a job? Because even that one person you go to is building a network, and that person will say, you know what, I might not have something, but let me ask somebody else, and so that network will carry on growing.
It's all about knowing someone. I always say that here at UTFM, we know people who know people who know the president of this country. Definitely. And now, given the fact that networking, requires one to meet new people, maybe tell us about the challenges of this, right? For example, how you present yourself to a potential employer or a client, given the space in the business that you are in. Yeah.
I would always dress nicely.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things, because presence will get you to a lot of places. Presence will get you in the door. So if you go in shorts and a t-shirt and you say, hi, I'm looking for a job, chances are that person's going to be like, maybe go to the beach.
Yeah.
Whereas if somebody comes in a suit and a tie, you're first going to say, okay, he's in a suit and a tie. Let me see what he wants. What is he looking for? Let me try to help him, because he's obviously going the extra mile to see what he needs.
Yeah.
So even for my job, and maybe my mother brought me up the right way, but when I was 18 and I worked at Super CD back in the day, I just went to be the guy behind the counter. But I went in a suit and a tie. And because I went in a suit and a tie, I grew within that company.
True. And I love the fact about, dressing properly.
Yes.
Went to an interview wearing overalls at one point, and they're like, you cannot be serious. Yes. You cannot be serious. And while we're at this, let's look at the transformative power of mentorship like you did, especially for those who are in the field. Now, what are some of the industry-related challenges that newly employed graduates might be not able to combat without the help of a mentor?
Sure. A lot of the time it's maybe understanding a certain situation or how you're feeling, because let's be honest, everybody can feel a little depressed at times. Like you'll look for jobs, you're not going to get a job, and the mentor is the one who will help you come out of that, I'm not good enough. That mentor will be, just keep it up. He pushes you and he helps you through all the tough moments until one day you make it.
Yeah.
And then you can one day say, that is the guy who helped me.
Beautifully so. And what common mistakes do new graduates make when they're entering the IT field, and how can they then avoid them?
The way they speak, the way they dress, and it's presence, 100% presence.
Oh, you were coming, okay.
I see he's nodding over there.
Yes, no, you can take that question. You're part of that conversation. I heard you were saying something there.
You guys have mentioned it. I try by all means just to learn here and to also learn a bit of thing or two. Remember now, when you come to a place such as a place of work, it's very imperative to represent and come and add value. You're not entitled, especially if you come in as a trainee, you're not entitled to an opportunity. However, for the opportunity presented to you, show how you can add value. And you don't add a value for the sake of can I use the word and say just entertainment, the boss or so forth, but rather just to show that, no man, look, I am worthy for a salary after my 6 months of in-service training, which is work integrated learning.
Yeah.
So with that said, please do come to a workplace, look formal, do your part. And I don't say come, me personally, I don't say come like this, come as the smartest person. I will want to know your soft copy, your soft skill referring to, if I happen to raise my voice for something I'm unhappy about, will you try to respond raising your voice higher than myself? You know what does that mean to me? You are not yet ready to be sent to one of my clients, because oftenly clients can be very, very cocky.
True.
And similar to what you guys just said, if you happen to represent some root sense of respondents to my client won't blame you. The client will blame the entire company. And you will find that client sometimes even gets verbally, they swear at you verbally. and often this is South Africa. We can easily turn up everything a little bit nasty. You sexist, this one is just racist. Learn to understand the different respondents that's required from a client's anger. Like they say, a client is always right. 2 rules: client is right. When he's wrong, go back to rule number 2. He's always right. If you cannot practice it with me, that's happened to be your authority, your boss, your CEO, your managing director, whatsoever way you define me, how would you want me to entrust you working with my client? Because remember now, this is ID, it's a workplace. You oftenly will engage with the client.
Yeah.
Be that you're a developer, be that you're a designer, be that you're a web developer, be that you're just an admin. you will oftenly engage with the client. So pretty please do work on your soft skill. Is of extreme imperativeness, if I should put it like that. But then again, gentlemen, let me stop talking.
Yeah, definitely. No, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And now, Cliff, let me call you Cliff, right?
Yes.
I want to, before we take a quick ad break for the last time, to answer, say, now that we're speaking of mistakes, what are some of the mistakes and challenges that you yourself have encountered, and how do you think you could have tackled them if you knew better?
So, personally, always keep your eye on the ball. Mm-hmm. The minute you take your eye off that ball, it's gone. I've experienced that myself. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you're respectful to the customers. Don't let the customers down. Mm-hmm. If you say you're going to do something, do it. I personally have told customers I'm going to do something, I haven't done it. So that's why I speak from experience.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, the customer always thinks next time, oh, he's not going to do it, he's not going to do it. And eventually you're just going to keep losing the business.
Yeah.
So I've had to take a step back. I've had to look at myself. I've had to actually go back to my roots at times and start again in a way. Just to figure out where the problems are and to see what am I struggling with. But a lot of it is dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Dropping or not focusing on where you're going. Mm-hmm. So instead you're happy with where you are and you're never moving forward. And the problem is technology is always moving forward. And if you don't move forward with it, it's going to leave you behind.
And then I just want to understand this. What does dropping the ball entail in your business?
So customer service.
Yeah.
I think Tabo can agree to this. If you do not give customer service, you're going to lose those customers.
Definitely.
So always. That's why I say, when I say focus, you make sure the quotes go out when they're supposed to go out. Mm-hmm. If you give a price to a customer, stick to that price. Mm-hmm. If you tell a customer you're going to do something, do it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I've made those mistakes where I've dropped the ball.
Right.
And I've paid the price for it.
And I love what you're saying, that you wanted to chip in.
If needs be, like I said, there's a reason why I could relate to the likes of Clifford with CMIT. Can I call it now, relationships wise within business, because our thoughts and our understanding of life in general with regards to business and creating others opportunity aligns. Mm-hmm. Meaning that understand we have made mistakes. I cannot engage with you if you have that approach and understanding of no, I don't make mistakes. Yeah. We open about mistakes we've made, so we've learned from mistakes we've made. Someone remind me immediately, because earlier today, just as we're about to knock off, one of the guys that works for me, one of the juniors from TUT, asked me, so how do you deal with failures? I say, I have never recognized or identified any failures in my life. And I will say that with reason, because it's not so much of a failure, but it's a lesson. So there's none such a thing as a failure. It's just a delay let me rather say, it's just a lesson learned, so that it's experience gain. It's not a failure. There is none such a thing as you are a failure or you failing. It's not failing. Let me put it to you why I meant by that. See, often I'm called for mentorship, often I'm called for motivational talks, but I'm a businessman, if I should put it like that. But I find myself, I can motivate others and relate to others due to the fact that I've went through certain things. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? Those things that I went to wasn't so much of failures, but rather preparation, so that I can be positioned in a good space with experience to give you advices from what I've experienced.
True.
So I cannot consider that a failure.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? True. So in your life, it's the same thing. Everything that you go through that you think it's a failure, it's not you failing or a failure. No. It's a position. Yeah. It's a process.
And like you said, it's a lesson learned.
It's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned that can be used to your advance.
Yeah.
Give life a time and you will see where it leads you.
And I have to say, I want to emphasize when you say that the customer is right, and say Spijo Makaveli Kokasi when ma agrees at like 200 to buy scopas in the morning. Don't shout. The customer is always right. Definitely 25 minutes before the hour, 9 o'clock, we take a quick break and we'll definitely close off this conversation when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, TUTFM 96.2, amplifying voices, empowering lives.
Are you a recent graduate or know somebody who is navigating the job market maze? Are you looking for that perfect job opportunity to kickstart your career? Well, look no further, because TTFM 96.2 has got you covered. Introducing Plug a Graduate show, debuting on April 10th at 7:30 on the Groundbreakers. Join us every Wednesday evening for 1 hour of career-changing insights and opportunities from from interviews with successful alumni to spotlight on industry leaders and recruitment agencies, Plug A Graduate is your one-stop destination for all things career-related, added with practical skills, invaluable advice, and real-time job opportunities. You won't want to miss a single episode. Tune in live on TTFM 96.2 or the TTFM website and the online streaming platform. Don't just dream about your future, make it happen with Plug A Graduate Show. Join the movement and unlock the door to your professional success.
All the hits, one station.
My heart goes la-dee-da, da-dee-da, la-dee-da, da-dee-da, la-dee-da, da-dee-da. My heart goes.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Number one for a variety of hits.
And it's all because I heard you say.
This is TUT FM.
Come on!
You're locked on the coolest station in
Pretoria.
Cause we play
This, yeah, that's us.
The Groundbreakers. Mondays to Thursdays. 7 to 9 p.m. on TUT FM.
Definitely make that 22 minutes before the hour 9 o'clock. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in into your radio station, please do know that you are listening to TUT FM 96.2. We're amplifying voices, empowering lives. And I have to remind you that Facebook is down and it's not our fault. Mark Zuckerberg, like I told you, I'm sure they're doing, I don't know what they do in the States. Is this Thanksgiving or the building snow, what things there. But we are still on social media, which is Instagram, TUTFM_962. Facebook, once again, TUTFM 96.2. Twitter, formerly known as now it's X, formerly known as Twitter. It's at TUTFM_962. LinkedIn TUTFM 962, and we're also live on our WhatsApp channel. You can guess out there, and we're still having Mr. Clifford Mortimer. Mortimer. Let's bring in this conversation and ask. Next year graduates are likely to be going to bring in or even sending out job applications in numbers, right?
Yes.
So what is it that they can do now to increase their chances of landing those crucial internships or jobs in IT?
I know it's the holidays and everybody wants to relax, but if you can, maybe even do a short course, get a certificate for something, maybe try to find a company to work at during the holidays. That'll definitely increase. If you can do a little internship, even just for December, that'll increase your chances so highly.
So much, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of certificates should they be looking into? And then do you have any websites they can try to get those from?
To be honest, I can't think of any websites right now off the top of my head. But yeah, you can just Google short courses.
Yeah.
I think it takes between 3 and 5 days. Yeah, obviously IT related and to what they want to do.
Yeah.
So maybe even I think there's even AI courses which you can do in 5 days. You can go to what is it? There's a website called Skillwise. There they've got a lot of IT courses and you can finish them in a couple of days. It's just very small short courses that you can do.
Do really those certificates hold weight? Because I think people will then say, but a certificate that I can do in 5 days, does it really have weight?
I think it does. Even when you go to a course for 2 days, let's say you go to a sales course for 2 days, that still holds weight because you went there, you took the risk of going to learn something, and now you can show the person that you dedicated in whatever you're going to do.
True. And now, soon after employment, I do know that some employees do tend to focus more on their job, right, while forgetting the imperative role of continuous learning. How can the new IT grads keep up their skills sharp and stay ahead of the curve?
The biggest thing is watching YouTube videos and Googling.
You like YouTube videos?
I do. I watch a lot of. I learn so much from YouTube.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's like even Microsoft Azure. Yeah. Which is now quite a big thing as well. You go to YouTube, you say Microsoft Azure, and there's probably a 2-hour training course on how to set it up, how to create domains, how to add users. Yeah.
And now there's a lot of competition in the field as well. I was speaking to Isaac, who's my content producer, and he was saying this. I suppose this leaves much room for for imposter syndrome to kick in. What advice do you have for new IT professionals to overcome this feelings and build confidence?
Sure, this is a very tough one, because in the IT industry there are so many people. But to increase your chances, like I said before, you've got to have respect when you come for an interview. Your CV needs to be right. You need to dress properly. You need to go for these little extra courses, because what you put in is what you're going to get out. If you're just having a whole holiday, you're not going to have anything.
Yeah. So you got a little bit disturbed there by that guy wiggling his eyes. So you take that point, the last point.
So you got to keep on learning. You got to keep on pushing yourself. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out.
Definitely.
That's the biggest thing. Is what you put in is what you get out.
A short one. Technical glitches. It happens. This is live radio. You cannot. You have to be prepared for anything.
I am a final year computer science student. My question is it a great advantage to be an A student when you get to work industry?
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mokaton Tinya. And my question is, how can I make myself the most wanted employee by many employers within the IT industry?
Let's then take the questions once again, because of technical glitches there. We didn't really...
Yes.
Yeah, so now this is a question coming in from a listener. Please do take a listen to that.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mokaton Tinya. And my question is, how can I make myself the most wanted employee by many employers within the IT industry?
You got that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and it was my second question actually. It was a question. Yeah, so you can take it.
So I can answer both if you want. So the first and the second. But yeah, so this one, the best way to heighten your chances is when you go for the interview, be presentable. Like, I know we've been over this 100 times, but it's the biggest thing is be presentable, because when a person sees you, he already has a vision of what type of person you're going to be. And if you come in shorts and a shirt, he's going to think, no, this person's going to be a lazy person.
True.
But if you come in a suit, or you come in a nice little dress, or you come in pants and a shirt, or for a lady like a long sleeve shirt, whatever it is, you're going to look at that person, you're going to think, okay, this is already possibly a person I want. Then when that person comes in for the interview, he needs to be willing to go the extra mile and say, look, for the first 3 months, I'm willing to come in for less than even what you're offering. But after the 3 months, give me more than what you're going to offer if I prove myself. If I don't, then we can separate ways. That already puts the employee thinking, wow, this person must really want the job and is really willing to put the effort and is going to be somebody special within this business.
True.
So that's the biggest thing, is you have to be willing to go the extra mile and show the people. The other thing is your resume needs to be right. Like I said earlier, don't pout your lips if you've got a little picture. You want to look presentable in the picture. And then have your CV structured where it's got your age, your date, your date, your age, where you stay. That's also another thing.
True,
which comes into place. If you stay far away, an employee doesn't always want to.
Thinking of cost.
So I would put there on there, willing to relocate. So if you're in Soshanguve and you're going to come to Alberton, put there possibly that you're willing to relocate, or you will make the effort to be there. Other things are put down hobbies. But put down more hobbies related to the industry that you're going for, and then put work experience. Even if you worked in a fish and chip shop, if you worked at Checkers, if you worked at, if you worked at a mining company, if you worked anywhere, put it on there, because the people can see that you at least did something during your off times.
True.
If you worked on holidays, you put it in there, because that makes a big difference to when an employee looks at you and says, this person's willing to work. Even during the holidays. Yes, they maybe have a bit of a holiday, but they were still willing to work.
True.
To put in the effort.
Second question.
My name is Fundiswa Kanye. I am a final year computer science student. My question is it a great advantage to be an A student when you get to work industry?
Definitely is. If you have an A, if you're an A student, it shows that that's a passion for you. You obviously enjoy that. So in that industry, it's a no-brainer. You're going to want to take that person because there's the passion there. You know they're going to put in the effort.
True.
And they know what they're going to be doing when they get there.
True. Is there another question? Definitely no other question. Let's take then this one to say now, customer expectations for digital experiences are high, right? How can the new IT professionals meet these demands and definitely ensure seamless, service?
Again, it's about learning. You have to go and learn. You've got to keep updated. Technology is changing so fast every day. Even for me personally, it's hard to keep up with the technology. So you've got to keep on learning every day. You've got to find out. You've got to Google. You've got to YouTube. You've got to see what new technology is out there and then try to stay relevant to that.
True. And now many organizations still rely on our own legacy systems. Yes. How can the new IT entrants work with and update our data systems to then integrate modern technologies?
So if you've got a legacy system, you could then use Azure and you get what is called a hybrid system. So you can still work with the legacy and the online until you feel comfortable working with the online system completely. So when somebody comes in, they can look at that and they can say, okay, I've got a legacy system. Let me see how to move forward. Or phone somebody. Speak to anybody, because a lot of IT people, it's the same as networking, like we spoke earlier about networking. If you network, you have people you can bounce off. You can bounce off ideas. Tabo from Tabo Era and myself, CMIT, we always bouncing things off each other.
Yeah.
And that's how we're growing.
And before you take it, what's a legacy system? There might be someone who's listening from Soshanguve block and doesn't know what's a legacy system.
So legacy system is either it's on-premise or old software.
All right,
yes.
All right, definitely. Another question coming in.
Greetings, my name is Batabile Mkabela, doing my diploma in multimedia, computing final year. What activities can I attend now to guarantee that I will get a decent job after school?
Okay, so for that, there are so many. I would Google social media courses.
Yeah.
How to do social media. YouTube is full of it. YouTube will show you how to do it. I know I keep going to YouTube.
I don't know.
But YouTube for me is just it's like gold standard when it comes to things like that. Obviously, if you find the right content.
Yeah.
If you find the wrong content, you're going down the wrong path.
All right, and now,
YouTube without a doubt.
Best practices in software development are constantly evolving, right? So now the question would then come: how can you then enter and stay current and manage the life cycle of software products?
So life cycle in software nowadays is not very long. You can see you buy something today, tomorrow someone else has bought something else.
True.
So again, it's learning, staying constant, finding out what's out there, speaking to people, speaking to friends, family, networking with people, speaking to business owners. A lot of business owners within the IT industry, if you go to them and you say, look, I'm willing to work for free for the first month.
Yeah.
They will say, okay, come work for free. And they will then teach you what you need to know. So when you get out there, you then understand what's going on, what the lifespan is of software. But yeah, it's difficult to say for software because it's constantly changing.
True, right? And then are you also of the view that tech startups then outspace larger companies' innovation? And if yes, then talk to us about how the new IT professionals can then compete in such a dynamic environment.
To compete is going to be, I'll be honest, right now I don't have an answer to compete, but I do feel startups do have an advantage because I find a lot of the larger companies, unless it's Elon Musk, a lot of the larger companies sort of get stuck in a way.
Yeah.
And they don't move forward. They just get stuck this way and they think, okay, we're doing well. And they forget about moving forward. They forget about learning. They forget about seeing what's out there. They forget about hiring the right people. It just becomes, I don't know, it almost feels like they're in a job for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas the tech startups, they have a passion for it. I think that's where the biggest difference is, the passion for what you want to do, what you want to accomplish in life. Yeah, without a doubt, accomplishment and passion.
And with this one, I want to bring in Tabo Era because he did mention that there's certain opportunities that might be there for graduates. Mister?
Hey, look, the show is called Pluck a Graduate, right? So there is no way that we will just come here to motivate and talk our businesses from Tabura IT Solutions and MCIT without bringing forth opportunities.
True, definitely.
I do recall there was someone that asked, so what should we do if we share interest and so forth? Drop your CV to CV at CMIT.
My bad. Yeah, CV at CMIT.
IT taboera.co.za. You can also drop it perhaps now to admin@taboera.co.za, and we can guarantee you, or rather I wouldn't want to say promise, or let me say we'll guarantee you we will help you with an opportunity for will and just for basicness. I think there was also other question that comes forth. I think is when you guys were talking about trainings that they can attend to. So what kind of opportunities will there be for someone with no TUT sense of qualifications and just from matric? Let's not be blinded that opportunities or tertiary institution is not for everyone, or it's not for everyone. However, there is perhaps not that one person that just finished matric and also look and hope for an opportunity. We talk about you too, as much as we say graduate, as pluck a graduate, are we talking about you too? There is learnerships, right? IT learnerships, and Tabura IT Solutions are in the pipeline of quite a few learnerships that will be coming up next year. So please do keep in touch with TUT radio station, with you guys, I'll say, and of course now visit our social platforms, the likes of Tabura IT Solutions, the likes of CMIT.co.za, and of course keep in touch with the radio stations. Is where we will come and advertise all these upcoming opportunities. But yes, there will be opportunities starting next year, January.
All right, beautifully so. And I do think there's another question coming in from our listeners. We'll take that.
Hello everyone, my name is Madisa Makaula. I'm a final year student doing computer science, and my question is, how does one keep up with the forever changing technologies in the IT space? Hello everyone, my name is Madisa Makaula. I'm a final year student doing computer science, and my question is, how does one keep up with the forever changing technologies in the IT space?
That is a hard one. Technology changes every day. So like I said earlier, to keep up with it, you got to Google, you got to YouTube, you've got to phone your mentors, you got to phone the people, you got to look for the right opportunities. Like with Tabura IT services and with CMIT. Like we said, if you guys drop us a CV, we look at it, you come to us, you have that possibility of an opportunity where we will teach you on how to do things. Not everybody can obviously get in, but to keep current, you have to go to websites that deal with technology, and there you will find out what's current, what's new, what's going to be next year, what you need to study possibly. So yes.
I think from me, I have no other questions to ask you, gentlemen, but I'll give you this platform to speak about those opportunities that are there and then how people can eventually get into them. So the platform is yours.
I would like to hand this one over to Tabo.
I want to put him on the spot. I want to put him on the spot. Talk about these things differently. Remember, this is radio station. It wasn't my interview. However, I'm brought to it, so I will mention about it. Look, man, you need to learn to knock up on doors. Cut the procrastination processes. I hope by now you guys have written down CV at cmit.co.za. I can only hope and wish that stop procrastinating. I hear you guys quite a lot ask what is the next, what you call it, new technology to study and how to get into. Can I say, please knock on doors for opportunity when you are in your second or third year at TUT doing IT. Only then will opportunities and doors open. Doors of opportunities will then open. And for you guys that will, of course, now enter into the work integrated learning system that will go work for 6 months, pretty please make a point that you add your value to such an extent that whomever you work for will find the need to employ you even after your will is over. Right. So that is basically what I'm saying. What is the opportunities for next year? As stated, there is strong opportunities coming up. Opportunities for will, opportunities for learnerships, IT learnerships. I did remember, as far as memory serves me well, we also tried to open up a call center learnership for those, because remember, not all of us are academics, but all of us need to work.
True,
right?
Definitely.
So
IT pretty much need you to be a smart head in your maths and science if you want to do programming, not so much for your hardware, meaning now your A+, your hardware, your building of computers, assembling and disassembling pieces, not that. I'm talking about your basic IT skills. my good friend here mentioned quite a lot of YouTube, and I will say, YouTube should pay you for marketing.
You're pushing the brand. You're pushing the brand.
But I know what it basically says. Like, man, make it a norm to start familiarizing yourself, going to Google, I'll say Google and YouTube to familiarize yourself with whatsoever you want to be skilled at. But if you're going to come and work for me in my company, I need you to come and add value to what we do there.
Yeah.
Right. So the only way to get into that space is when you start knocking on my door. Knock on my door and come, like my good friend said here, come formal. So you come formal. A good friend used to say, fake it till you make it. So come and act like you're a very formal person when you come to my office.
And and I was saying, last question coming in
so
from
can I
our...
just give a quick example of somebody?
Please.
I employed a little guy, his name was Homo.
Yeah.
I think he was 18 or 19 at the time, and he was still studying at university, so he would go in twice a week. And I saw such potential in this guy. He came dressed nicely, he spoke nicely, he told me what his passion in life was, so I ended up hiring him, even though he wasn't going to be there 2 days a week. Then he got a raise, I think 2 raises in like a year, because he was so good at what he did. Then after his third year of finishing, he left and started his own business. It was a very hard sore. He knows, I hope he's listening. But yeah, it was hard sore.
But that's how it works.
But he learned everything. He had an opportunity, but he had that opportunity because of what he did. He applied when a lot of people wouldn't. So,
and I want to take this last question then before I close off. This one comes in from Newo Mulep, was listening all the way from Pretoria CBD. She's saying that how can I see if a company is a potential scam when looking for a job?
The biggest thing is if a company asks you to give them money to work there, chances are it's a scam.
Cool.
There's a lot of that, especially on WhatsApp. I've been in those groups where so there's job seeking groups, and then people will post there, please come and have a look, we've got this job for you, it's 500 rand for your application. And then those people apply and they never get it, and they say we guarantee you a job.
And I have a problem
so
with
if somebody guarantees you a job, you know it's a scam.
Come on, how do I pay you when I need you to pay me? Let's be realistic on this thing. Sometimes it's not common sense that need to be implemented on some of this stuff, but the basics, you know what I mean. More than that, search. I always say Google, go to their website, see a bit of their existence. There's quite a lot of scam.
Ask the company name.
Get a company name, see a bit, do your own research, do a bit some due diligence, check up a bit website. But now I will also say, it's actually I was scammed like that. These folks had the website, they had contact numbers, so even when I contact them, there was someone answering the phone. It's only when I asked, and it was a company in Cape that actually rather had a tender out, and you know how the game works. You first supply and then they will make payments. I was very excited, so I supplied this stuff and sent, and payment just never came through. And eventually when I get my brother go check the place, I found that this place is in non-existence. He called me like, oh bro, I think they scam me because here there's no way. So quite frankly, that just means do your due diligence. Don't be fooled with what you see online. Similar to these emails that you sometimes receive. Go a bit through, don't look at the name. Open that name and see who sent that email. Was it a Yahoo email or was it a Gmail email? And you will always know the domain. The domain is that name after the @ sign. That's the domain. Check a bit if that domain really looks like if I'll tell you I'm a Telkom, I work for Telkom, or there's a Telkom tender, or there's a position at Telkom, you will send me an email from a Telkom email address.
You're 100% right on that, yes.
You can write Thabo Langalebalele. Only the name. However, if you click on that name, Thabo Langalebalele, then your email will show. That email might just show Thabo Langalebalele, but at what is that name thereafter?
If it's Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, things like that, chances are it's a scam.
Please, it's a scam.
So always do your research.
Definitely it is.
So one thing I'd like to just quickly add, I know I'm jumping in here, but we were talking earlier about when you go for a job interview. Another way to increase your chances is to research the company you're going for the interview for. So when you get there, you know what they do. And you can say, oh yes, I saw this on your website, you do this and this and this, I'm really interested in this. Chances are then they know you're interested. Whereas if you don't, then
Ladies and gentlemen, it has definitely hit that mark on the dot 9 o'clock. It has come to the end of this show. Just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, to the both of you, thank you so much for making time to speak with us this evening. But
Thank
our
you.
time ends here. We'll definitely keep on giving you a call when there's opportunities that you can plug our graduates with. And but besides that, thank you so much for making time to speak with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it has gone that time, and 9 o'clock will definitely bring in Dire William Masenyan Tate. Please do come to the microphone so that we close off this ship.
Is family.
Thank you, Sabat.
Yeah, man.
What's happening on the date night tonight, brother?
Oh, as usual, man. Today we are plucking people with partners after plucking a graduate. So basically what happens is if you have a crush out there and perhaps maybe you're afraid to tell them how you feel, you can simply write us your intention about them and then share their contact number. The least that we do is we're going to reach out and explain your intention clearly, profound, man, to the core. You know, so we're just trying to make people to get the love experience, you know. And also today we are dedicating songs. You can dedicate a message through a song. Tell your partner, tell the person that you're looking for, your ex, your crush, whoever. Dedicate a song so that they could get what you say to them in words, if words fails you. The one who sings, surely they might do justice for you. So yeah, in summary, that's what we'll be doing today.
Definitely we'll be looking forward to that interaction. I did tell you from the past couple of weeks that you must put me there, Chief.
Don't worry,
you must put me there,
You're
Chief.
plucked.
Just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, once again, our social media handles are Instagram at TUTFM_962, Facebook at TUTFM96.2, Twitter, now known as X, we're at TUTFM_962, LinkedIn at TUTFM962, and tonight we are speaking to Clifford Mortimer from Computer Management and Integrated Technology. Our topic was building a solid foundation for a successful career in IT. Now, been a couple of weeks without mentioning these people. Definitely give me a minute to say that, give a great shout out to the Directorate of Corporate Education, Dr. Roland Brink, the TUTFM station manager, Mekidiboni Mahapa Tsilela, and alumni relations and fundraising manager, Miss Shalati Posha Zavana, corporate education and employability, Mr. Albert Sekhobela, and obviously the man behind that program, giving the task, Mr. Khonsemule Fekimusimani Khape Kemutswana, Kolebohe Mutswana, and a PhD guest liaison officer, Metumela Libiani, content producer Nchaka Matoko Isaac Maluka, videographer and social media officer Mr. Tsepiso Khokwana, videographer and post-production officer Mr. Liseja Sinosha, scriptwriter and producer Miss Angela Makwela, host obvious WhatsApp again Namsimane Happy Polelo N Madisa. I'm the second of my name, first of my line, I'm the Peter and Prince, well known as the good right boy, Kentona Peter, and our good friends, Mr. Tawalinga Walele, and our guest once again, Clifford Mortimer, and we are out of this building.
The Groundbreakers, Mondays to Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. on TUT FM.
TUT